What's up, gamers? It's your boy. Launchpad 1412. Excited to be back with some NBA 2K21 gameplay here. We got the 76-77 76ers. Say that 3 times fast. Versus the 90-91 LA Lakers, man. What a matchup, man. Dr. J versus Irvin. They actually faced off against each other, I believe, twice in the NBA Finals. So this is definitely quite the intriguing matchup, and it's also interesting at the times that these teams are formed, because we look at Magic Johnson's team. This is right after the Showtime era. This is where he was still pretty good. Maybe not Magic Prime, but he still give you a triple double if need be. He still give you 40 if he needs to. So it's still pretty sound. Magic and Dr. J in 77. I believe some may consider his prime, even though I've seen games that he's played before that and maybe even after that where he just I don't know, like he just wasn't trying to age. I kind of thought he was going to play till he was about 90 years old at one point. But man, big respects to Dr. J, man, one of the class acts in NBA history, and it's just a pleasure and even an honor to be going up against him in this game as he gets the dunk right there. But before we continue talking about this contest, let's get into the 2021 NBA playoff brackets. Now, at this time, a few teams have already played one game. So by the time you probably hear this, they'll probably be done played about 2 or 3 games. So just keep that in mind. But as of right now, the Sixers and the Wizards have not played. I gotta admit, I'm a little shocked the Warriors didn't make the playoffs. Even though the West is kind of tough, but I'm still a little shocked that we don't get some Steph Curry, some championship pedigree Steph Curry in the in the playoffs, and it's slightly disappointing, to be honest. I like Steph Curry a lot as a ball player. I kind of have to by default because he's a great shooter. And I was a pretty good shooter myself in my prime. But at any rate, Sixers versus Washington at this juncture of our lives, they're 0-0. Keep in mind, when you see this, they might have a couple games played. I, of course, like the Sixers to win this series. I think this is a no-brainer. I would say the Sixers win this series 4-1. Westbrook and Beal, they can get one game at least. They should be able to get more. They should at least be able to push this to 6, but it's just the way Westbrook plays, and he's not on the team where Beal is nice, but he's not Kevin Durant that could kind of make up for your mistakes and get you deep into the playoffs. I don't know if Beal is that caliber of player yet, even though I think Bradley Beal is an excellent player. I just haven't seen a lot of playoff experience from that young man, so I really don't know. So I'm going to go Sixers 4-1. Knicks in the playoffs, how about that, man? Knicks versus Atlanta. What's funny? I really don't know that much about the Knicks as far as I be saying that I haven't seen them play, but I have seen Atlanta play a little bit, and both of these teams got a squad. I know it might sound a little crazy, but both of these teams really got a squad on paper specifically. I'm going to say this goes 7, and because I am more familiar with the Hawks, I'm going to take the Hawks by default. That's not necessarily by, Launchpad's strategic thinking, more by default. I'll take Milwaukee over Miami. At this juncture, Miami's up 1-0. I mean, not Miami, Milwaukee's up 1-0. I think this is a different Milwaukee team and a different Miami Heat team. So I'll take Milwaukee to win this in probably 6-4-2. Nets versus Boston. I definitely like the Nets, even though Boston is an amazing team. I think Boston can squeeze out too. I'll take Nets 4-2. Jazz versus Grizzlies. Grizzlies is not a team to sleep on, but the Jazz, I just think they got that potent kind of like college offense thing going on, man. Let me get Jazz 4-1. I'm giving Memphis 1 by default, but I'll say 4-1. Both teams haven't played up to this point. Dallas versus Clippers. I like the Clippers to win 4-2, even though Dallas is up 1-0. Maybe if they don't get that first win, maybe I say something differently. Maybe I say 4-1. But I still think the Clippers are going to find some way to win that series 4-2. Denver Broncos. No, I'm kidding. Denver Nuggets versus the Blazers. Wow. What a matchup, especially with with Denver, kind of, being a slightly handicapped without Jamal Murray. I'm gonna say Blazers in 7. Blazers in 7. In my opinion on that. Now, Phoenix versus LA. This is going to be very interesting. Wow, LA in the 7th seed. This is going to probably be the most interesting matchup of, the whole playoffs. I'm gonna say LA in 7. Somehow they squeeze it out, even though Phoenix is going to give them hell. You hear what I'm saying? Phoenix is going to give them a dog fight every game. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Well, with that said, those are my predictions for the first round playoffs. When the second round comes around, if I remember, I'll do second round. But for now, that's the first round. But we're in the middle of the third quarter here. What is Daryl Dawkins doing? He'll be high-fiving fans. I don't know what's going on, but nah, I'm kidding, man. But as you can see, we are up 3. Pretty excited to present this game to you guys. I'm so glad that you can play with these type of teams. As Byron Scott, man. A lot of people know Byron Scott as a coach, but I remember him as a player, man. He was pretty good. Pretty efficient from the field. He was kind of like a firecracker, man. Like you just couldn't leave him open. If you played bad D, he went past you. He was a scoring machine, man. He was a force out there, man. Like people don't even get it, man. He was really, really good. And we got the boy James Worthy with the Statue of Liberty dunk. Even though I think he gets dunked on right there. He doesn't play great defense in this game, but right there, Magic Johnson, try to get the ball to Byron Scott for a 3 before the third quarter ends. We know we don't play that well in the third quarter, but we did in this game, and let's see if that will lead us to a victory. Man. Right here, he gets an offensive rebound. He was getting so many offensive rebounds. It was crazy. If you take away like 4 of those offensive rebounds, I'm probably up 10 right now. It's really like that ridiculous. Man. As Magic Johnson goes to the line once again. He had 29 in this contest, man. Magic Johnson played a crazy game. Like he went nuts, man. I didn't think I was gonna go that nuts with him, but the guy that was on him, man, he just I just felt like it was a little slightly disrespectful to have that guy on him. Man, I don't think he could guard Magic, so I just kept going at him as Magic gets the assist right there. But right here, number 30, I forget his name. I know he's a power forward, but that kind of plays like a small forward a little bit. I remember the guy. I just don't remember his name. It's Magic Johnson again with the and one, man. Woo! Sneaky nice. Just goes to the rack. I'll take that free throw as well. 3-point play, putting us up 9 points. We're definitely control the game. So I'm just trying to control the tempo, trying not to let my opponent do stuff like that. But, I mean, if he's going to hit a 3 in front of a 6'9" guy, I have to accept it. But right here, we blow by Dr. J. I'm like, man, okay, I'll take that. Blow by Dr. J. And we get the 2, putting us up 8. We get the ball again. Now, I tried the same thing, but we end up getting fouled instead of getting some points as we knock down that free throw, putting us up 9. Middle of the fourth quarter, and at this point, I'm thinking that, I have this game well in hand. We're up 10. No, I'm not really worried about anything, but check out this, man. This guy kind of did a goofball move, man. He hits this 3 with Dr. J, which is awesome. And then right after this, he quits. I'm just like, I don't understand. And that's what I'm thinking to myself. Why would you do this at this point of the game? I'll take the win. Don't get me wrong. I'll take the win. But let's look at this logically here. This man or woman is only down 7 with 2 minutes and some change left. You know how many times I've came back down 7 or 10 with 2 minutes and some change left? I didn't feel like I had the game well in hand. I felt like I had, the advantage because I was up 7. I know some of you guys are thinking like, man, he just knew he was going to lose. But you guys know my mentality is different. Like, I'm just thinking like, man, if you give me 2 minutes, I'm down 7. That's 2 minutes too much time. That's a lot of time for me to catch up. But I guess he just got some different type cats on this planet, man. It's what it is, man. Shout out to my opponent. Much respect, much love, man. I'll take the win. I didn't want it to be, that easy, but I'll take it, man. This is your boy, Launchpad 1412. You guys could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. Your boy.